Of course, I do push Blue Lake brand a little more than the others, even though we have 60 different brands. Most of our products are Michigan made. So we have stuff out of Grand Rapids, out of Jenison, out of Rockford, out of Traverse City. So we have a lot of different lines. But our Blue Lake line is our top seller. The spearmint flavor, it tastes like double mint gum.
Yeah, it's still setting up the stream.
So yeah, there was one piece of that I printed out of the
live stream on iHempMichigan.com. Welcome to the iHemp Hour. My name is Dave Craybill. I'm with iHemp Michigan. iHemp Michigan's mission is to educate, inform, and promote the research, development, cultivation of industrial hemp here in Michigan because it's good for people and the planet. And we're talking all about it again today. We're excited about our guest. But before we get to that, let's talk to Mike Brennan with the 420 report. What's going on, Mike?
Well, first off, I have my Christmas outfit on here. So, I know rushing this season, but we're not doing a show next Thursday, obviously, right? So anyway, Big news this week, Securitech, which is a in-premises video security company, has purchased marijuana security operations, which actually does the transporting of money, marijuana, all that stuff, into one big company, mostly because of the death of the owner of marijuana security operations, Grady Evans. Everybody in the industry knew him real well, died. And so Rudy was one of his best friends, and they've merged the two operations, but it's turned into this behemoth. They're in 150 different provisioning centers right now, providing security or transport or whatever. Like last I heard that when I was talking to Grady, when he was still with us, they have like 150 people working for them. So, I mean, it's turning into a big side. And of course, everybody knows that with the marijuana licensing and all that, gosh, everything is monitored. I mean, you got to have a video camera on everything. So that's Rudy's stick. And then, of course, the transport, you can't just, throw it in your personal car and move it around the state. They have all the restrictions on who can do that, how they can do that. So it's a big operation. So congrats to Rudy. I hope to interview him next week. Next week I'm taking off, but the following week on my December show. So anyway, the other thing I want to mention this weekend in Flint is our 1,000 turkey giveaway, and that's done through the Hero Project 501c3 that we've got. I'm the president of the board. I wear many hats in this world. And so through us, the various folks that contributed money towards this, a lot of them were people that work with the Light 'em Up Provisioning Center in Flint, which is where it's going to be happening on Saturday starting at 10. So they donated product or they donated money. And we ran all that through the Hero Project so that they could get since we are a 501c3, that they could get the IRS write-off. So Uncle Sam is taken care of there, and we're just giving the turkeys away. There's going to be some set aside for veterans, but in general, anybody in the Flint area or even anybody that wants to drive to the Flint area can get a free turkey. And we're not talking a little bird. We're talking 15, 18-pound turkey. I can't tell you what your family does, but when we had turkey, I mean, we could make that last for 3-4 days with all sorts of great stuff, right? So that will be Saturday. We're hoping to get Dave Crable up there so I can introduce him to some of the crazy folks that I work with on the above the 0.3 point, as we say.
The dark side.
So good. Again, Light 'em Up Provisioning Centers. Any questions you have or you want any details, we got it covered at mimarijuanareport.com. Back to you, David.
All right. Well, Blaine, did you want to do a little news or save that to the end? Should I introduce our guest?
No, let me just do a little bit of news, and then we'll have maybe a little bit at the end as well. So just wanted to make a note that one of the things we found out this week is that Hemp at the Crossroads has been postponed. That was going to be that December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That's been postponed. They'll be having that at a later date for that. The other thing is, I just want to make a note out there. We've been getting some inquiries regarding getting certified third-party audits for both processors and growers. And just want to let you know that we have a list of people that can help with that process. Also, right now, the National Farmers Union, Michigan National Farmers Union, has a grant that we have available for anybody that's doing any of the produce and growing side. We're able to help write those handbooks and get the what we call standard operating procedures, SOPs. We're able to help cost share and cover that for a lot of people. So if anybody out there is growing and you want to get certified for next year, take advantage of that. The price is free, so that's a great price to have. That normally runs anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 to get that done. You still got to pay for the cost of the audit when you have that, but the prep work, the handbook, the procedures, and all that stuff can be done. So we want to thank Michigan Farmers Union for being able to secure that grant and do that. Also got some information from Michigan State University Extension. They've got some programs available. We know there's been a tough last 2 years and even a tough this year. So they have some financial assistance analysis and cash flow projections that they can help with. They have teletherapy. They have business management strategies and farm stress resources, which we know everybody is having a lot of stress as it is with farming. It's tough anyways, but especially with everything been going on with the pandemic and everything else. So some free help there from MSU Extension. You can go out, just type in the MSU Extension, and you can probably find out those programs, and we'll have them listed up on the iHemp site very shortly. National Farmers Union also is going to have a 2022 Women's Conference. There's a virtual one on January 10th through the 13th, and then in Nashville they've got a 6th to the 18th. So that's they got a nice lineup for that. Again, that's going to be both a virtual and live event. And then Michigan Farmers Union is also having their annual convention here in Michigan. That's going to be at the Agro Liquid Conference Center in St. John's, Michigan. And that is going to be on December the 3rd. There we go. Yep. That's a Friday, December the 3rd. So that's kind of what I got for news right now. Dave, we'll pick up some other at the end of the show. So.
All right. And as you can see, Blaine's on location at the CBD Store of America with Rod, is it Glupker?
Glupker.
Glupker. Thank you, Rod.
CBD Stores of Michigan, Dave.
Should have asked that before we started the show.
Yeah, he's gonna be with America soon, but right now it's just in CBD Store of Michigan.
We ship to all 50 states, but the store name is CBD Store of Michigan. So yes.
What did I say?
America.
Did I really? Okay.
Well, we just promoted you, Rod. You're now an American icon, so
I'm going to take
taking over the world.
I'm going to take this brief opportunity to tell all you guys out there to get your colonoscopy on time. Don't get colon cancer and go through chemo, because this is what happens. You get chemo brain. This is my bad week, so. But I took lots of naps. I'll have enough energy. I hope not to be yawning. If I'm yawning through this, it's no reflection on the show. It's totally just my state of being at this time. But can I do a quick shout out too? I saw Annie Rouse yesterday, one of our hemp buddies, and she gave me the CBDA to try out, as well as some hemp mellow products I'm looking forward to later. But thank you to all my hempy friends that are trying to help me through this battle with cancer. It'll be fine. I'll be okay.
You're doing a good job, Dave.
So we're going to go rewind. And so, Rod, thank you. That location. And this is really cool. So you're right there in Fremont, Michigan, and you have over 60 brands, as well as your own brand, Blue Lake CBD. So welcome, Rod. Tell us about your store and how you got involved in this crazy business.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's kind of nice. I've been watching you guys' show, I think, since the beginning. So it's a pleasure to be on the show. Back in my early teens and 20s, I was a jet ski racer. Raced jet skis on the circuit for about 10 years. And that beat the crap out of my body. Plus getting old. It doesn't help.
No.
So I ended up
We can
with
relate,
three
but go ahead,
bulging discs. I ended up with 3 bulging discs about 20 years ago, and that was painful. Since then, I found out that I had degenerative disc disease. Now every disc, including all the way up into my neck, is bulging, and it's put me down for weeks at a time where I couldn't move. That's when the wife kind of turned me on to CBD, which I didn't even know it was CBD. This was after 10 years of physical therapy. We did every pain medication the doctors could throw at me, including opioids, as well as the steroid injections. Nothing was helping. And she handed me this bottle and said, "Here, try this. It's supposed to help with pain." Trusting my wife, I did it. And lo and behold, I started feeling better that evening. And I said, "What did you give me?" And she said, "CBD." I thought, "What is CBD?" And that's when I had to learn everything about it. So I started going to online courses. I started going to seminars all over the country. I started being asked to teach at seminars. And one thing led to another. I started telling all my friends, "You guys should try this stuff." And I gave them like different websites to go to find it. And they said, "If you sold it, I would buy it from you." And one thing led to another. I actually started with 3 tinctures from a friend of mine who gave me 3 tinctures. He says, "You can try to sell these." It took me 3 months to sell those 3 tinctures. This is going back 4 years now. But then we kind of went, so after I sold those 3, I bought 6, and then I sold those 6, I bought 12, and just now with 60 different brands and 200 different products in our store, we've definitely grown from that little 3 tinctures back in the day.
Yeah, that education is such a critical part. So how do you find in the last 4 years, how do you find people's reception to CBD? Are you seeing more awareness and less of that reefer madness snicker effect?
Yeah, I would say more and more people are getting on board. I still see, I leaf blow every morning, all the leaves off the walkway right in front of our store. And I've had teenagers drive by yelling, "You stoner!" If you only knew. So there's still some education that needs to be done. And get to have these people understand. So we try to market to all the different audience, from kids to all the way up to seniors. I have different publications I publish in and stuff like that. So I'm always educating, trying to get people to understand. I'm starting to see more and more customers come in that say their doctor sent them in, which I love hearing that.
Yeah.
We have several nurses. We have Gerber Hospital right here in town. So more and more nurses are kind of getting on board, and they're taking CBD. Most of them are going to the THC-free products. And also we have the Gerber employees. We have a lot of Gerber employees, and they can't have THC also, so they get the THC-free product. For the most part, people do enjoy the full spectrum, but we try to cater to everyone. We have a state police officer that comes in here and buys her product. We have firefighters that come in here and buy theirs, so having that THC-free line does help us.
Do you feel that's an issue on topicals?
I'm sorry?
Do you feel that that's an issue on topicals?
No. See, here's the thing with topicals. The THC molecule is too large to really get into your bloodstream from a topical. So all of our full spectrum products with topicals, I don't have a problem with. I haven't had anybody say they've had an issue testing positive with topicals.
That's interesting.
CBD molecules are actually smaller than THC molecules, and they will get into the bloodstream. But THC doesn't get into the bloodstream too easily from topicals.
Okay. It's good to know.
I was here this morning when we were setting up. I just want to kind of give Rod a little kudos here. I had a gentleman that came in, an older gentleman, looking for some pain relief, and I was listening to Rob. He went through quite a little story with the guy and helped him figure out which is the right one that he's trying to do. So he does a great job with his customers here, helping them get the right product for what they're trying to help with. So.
Yeah. Excellent.
Every customer is a little different. Everybody needs something different. So we have, like I said, 200 different products, from your tinctures to lots of different edibles. We got a 10-foot section just of gummy bears. And then we have another 10-foot section just of topicals, including your last week's guest, Rob, with
It's something
yeah.
I don't know if you can see. I moved out there specifically.
Rob's
Show kind of a little bit of the display they have here. So.
Well, he's doing that. Rob is going to be coming out with a line of I'm not sure if it's going to be gummies, exactly what, that'll have a little bit of THC in it. He's talking to somebody right now he said by the end of December he'd have that, because he's working with us on the Hero Project. I'm going to put in a shameless plug for our vets. And some of the vets are saying, well, I like the CBD, but I want a little touch of THC in there, nothing heavy like 10 milligrams or something, And so I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested. I don't know the rules on this. I mean, if you do CBD, can you also carry THC, or does that get you into the MRA licensing and all the other jazz?
up to 0.3%. So yeah, we can't do anything over 0.3. So here's a quick little thing. We have some cookies here right now. They're not on my website or anything yet. We're testing them. They're literally about the size of a quarter. They're 440 milligrams of CBD each, which brings the THC level up. So I've been trying them for the last 10 days or so, and it's knocking me out at night to put me to sleep.
Well, give one to Blaine. He's our test subject. Yeah, Blaine needs to test that. And so.
Yeah. Okay. I raised my hand. Yeah, I could be a testing. Yeah.
Picks him right up there.
You said 440 milligrams?
Yeah, but that's CBD, not THC. If that was THC.
Well, it's still a lot of CBD.
So the THC level, you got to imagine when you have 440 milligrams, that brings the THC level up. Even though it's still 0.3% or less, it's still up there to where you're getting a buzz.
Yep, that would be good. You might, I won't ask you who was making those, but I mean, you might mention that to Rob. He's always looking for new stuff, and I'm not shilling for him. I don't get anything out of it, but just trying to help him out. So.
He's got a great line also. Let me see if I can do this without making it too bad. We'll see here if this works or not. But
now, Rod, you're probably going to have some Frisbees and golf putters there, too, in the future, I know, here.
Yeah, we just ordered a putter it's going to have the Blue Lake CBD brand on it.
Sweet.
It's not ready. I was hoping to have it before the show, but should have it in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to show also is he's got a great line of CBD products for animals and horses.
Yeah, we got dogs, cats, and horses and everything in between.
Yeah, a lot of people may not be aware of that. That's actually a really booming market. People spend a ton of dough on their pets. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I know people that spend more on their pets than they do their own family.
So on horses, too, it's interesting here. Horse pellets he's got?
Yeah, we have a lot of horses in the Fremont area, and the horse pellets are just an addition. I actually have people that'll buy it for goats or pigs and stuff like that if they've got a goat or pig that's not doing well.
We had a dog in our family, not belongs to ours, but to my stepdaughter and son-in-law, and had some surgery done on him a while ago, and they got some CBD salve and everything else, and it really, really helped out. So no question that CBD can also help out our four-legged friends as well, too. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
a good market.
What's your best-selling item or items, Rod?
So, of course, I do push Blue Lake brand a little more than the others, even though we have 60 different brands. Most of our products are Michigan made. So we have stuff out of Grand Rapids, out of Jenison, out of Rockford, out of Traverse City. So we have a lot of different lines, but our Blue Lake line is our top seller. The spearmint flavor, it tastes like double mint gum.
Wow,
And
really?
that seems to be our best seller in the store out of everything we sell.
But make sure Blaine gets one of those too. He's our test subject. So,
You got it.
It's got 2,000 milligrams in it, full spectrum.
wow.
Yeah, we have that in 1,000 or 2,000 milligrams. And then we also have it in orange flavor, which is just a phenomenal piece. Now, just recently, we started doing really well with what we call our night. This is 750 milligrams of CBD, 250 milligrams of CBN. So that's been a top seller in the last couple of weeks. We just kind of came out with it. Amazing for sleep. Since I started marketing this, I've had a lot of customers come in and say they just having trouble sleeping and they're going to that. And already I've had people come back and get more, or friends of theirs said, hey, such and such told me that you have this stuff for sleep and they're doing really good with it. So they told me about it. So that's been a good seller for us too now.
Have you, when your formulation, did you do much experimenting with the different formulations?
I did. I tried to look at some of the top sellers we have in our store with all the other brands and mimic sort of, but with our own twist on each thing. We didn't have anybody doing anything in an orange flavor, so we thought, let's try orange. And that's been a really good seller for us. Our spearmint is unlike the other spearmints because it's more like double mint gum. I probably should change the name to double mint gum because that's what it tastes like.
You might have a trademark issue there. So
yeah, that's probably true.
But Mike, any publicity is good publicity, right? So if they're going to sue them, right?
Right.
yeah.
If they want to sue this little guy, then put me all over the news. That'd be great.
Okay. Keep that in mind now.
I've been using the CBN lately, and it really has helped me get a good, solid night's sleep too.
Yeah, I think I formulated some CBN in the past, but just on my own for some of my buddies, my personal use, and then this last time I did it, I didn't follow the recipe, Mike Brennan.
Oh no!
I messed it up, and I put in it, and I think it needs the CBD and the CBN because it's not working as well. I'm finding, for me.
I almost want to say it's got an entourage effect with the CBD and CBN.
Well, I
Kinda
think
like
that's the
it
thing with the THC too, with some of the products, with the pain relief and that. So, yeah, it's interesting as we go down this journey, and unfortunately, we don't have big bodies of research behind us yet.
That is coming. There's a number of studies that are going on right now. There's a veteran study going on because they're trying to get not necessarily the VA, but a lot of other people are trying to get veterans off the opioids that the VA gives them. And so there's some money that's been doled out by the feds. University of Michigan got a piece of that, and some others, Northern Michigan, where they're trying to, because the doctors won't prescribe it because they're worried about malpractice, losing their license, all that jazz. At least that's the excuses they use. So when we get some studies that show X does Y, then they'll feel more comfortable about prescribing it, they say.
So Rod is going to offer, we should talk about now, and then we'll talk about the end of the show, but you've got a special you're going to run for.
Yeah,
right?
so after the show, I'll put it on our website too, but if somebody walks into the store right now, I'll take care of them. Anyways, after the show, about 15 minutes after, I should have it up on our website where anybody watching the show and uses the code word iHemp in the coupon spot, they'll get 25% off an order and free shipping.
Of your Blue Lake brand.
Of the Blue Lake brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a value. I think I might want to try that sleep one. I'm one of those people that wake up 3 times a night. So it'd be nice to be able to have a full night's sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you got a bunch of other great little products.
Yeah, we have our gummies. This is kind of based on another brand that we looked at, and theirs has sugar coating all over it. We didn't want all that sugar, so we have ours without that sugar coating. But each gummy bear is 25 milligrams.
Ooh.
And That's been really good seller for us too. It's full spectrum also.
So let's talk about full spectrum versus other spectrums. What's the importance of that?
So full spectrum uses a whole plant. There's over 120 cannabinoids. CBD is the most common because it does the most for pain relief, anxiety relief, sleep. In a lot of cases, it helps with chronic illness. I can't really say that because the FDA doesn't like me to say it, but I can say what it's doing for me and what a lot of my customers say it's doing for them. But yeah, CBD is the most common. When you have full spectrum, you can have all 120 cannabinoids in a product. So it could have CBN in there. It could have CBG, which is also really good for chronic illness, and any of the other cannabinoids, including THC, up to 0.3%. Then you can get into broad spectrum, and that has all the cannabinoids except THC. And then you get into isolate, which we also have a Blue Lake isolate that we sell in a 1 gram. And that's 99% pure CBD. It has nothing else in it but CBD, and that's isolate form. So that's popular also. You can put that in drinks or in your right in your food. We make our own bath bombs here. So we put it in our bath bombs, the isolate, as well as soap, a lot of different things that we use it in.
So you've even got a holiday color.
We just made these a couple days ago. They're Merry Christmas, basically bath bomb soaps, peppermint scented. So if you want to smell pepperminty.
I think Becky would like a lot of those. What do you think there, Blaine?
Good holiday gifts.
Yeah, you got her all work. She's going to thinking he's coming home with all that really groovy stuff, you know?
I'll just get to hide it until Christmas. That's it.
Yeah, well, yeah, can't say anything.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's not, fortunately or unfortunately, that's not far away. So,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you do your own processing, Rod?
So, yeah, we have soap. We have, this is goat milk soap. So our goat milk soap, we have it for gentlemen and for the ladies or vice versa. Cedarwood and sandalwood, more of a masculine scent.
One. That's a manly one.
And then lavender and rosemary, more of a female scent or
foofy is the term I use.
Right.
Technically.
So yeah, and then we have Zen, which is good for him.
We need a hockey player. You need to come up with a hockey player set. Now I'm not sure what that would smell like, but Dave would be all over that. So
like sweaty leather. Yeah.
Sweaty leather. Yeah. Like when you rub the glove in somebody's face, right?
Little face wash.
It'll smell like sweat and blood.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Sweat and blood.
Sweat and blood.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Rod, do you do some of your processing yourself, or you have suppliers handle all that for you?
Just the soap and the bath bombs. We have actually I didn't think about it, but we have a massage candle too. You light this candle up. It's got a massage oil in it. It melts that massage oil, and you can pour that wherever you want, and it's a nice hot kind of massage.
I like the sound of that. Yeah.
So I think those would do good for Christmas too.
Yeah, I can see where that.
I don't know if I want hot wax dripping out.
Yeah, the rest of it, we actually have a manufacturer take care of it for us. They are USDA certified, and they also, it's doctor formulated. So I can tell them what I want, and the doctor will formulate it and make it all up for us and get it out. So they know what they're doing. They're really good, and we're pretty happy with what they've put out for us.
Excellent. And you do some white labeling also?
I don't, but my manufacturer will. If anybody's interested, I can probably hook them up. We do wholesale. So we started selling the Blue Lake wholesale just recently, now in, I think, 8 different locations and growing. So we're starting to get it out there and push the wholesale side of our Blue Lake. So if anybody in retail is out there looking at bringing on a new brand, let us know.
What's the best way for people to get a hold of you? Let's talk about that now, and then we'll bring it up again later. But
So you can try calling me at 616-291-9558 or CBD Store of Michigan at gmail.com. Or just go to our website and leave us a message on our website. We've got contact information on our website too.
Unless this is proprietary information. So how many distribution points do you have in the sense of provisioning centers, or how many folks are actually retailing your stuff?
So we've got a massage therapist and hairstylist that have our product in their store. Mm-hmm. We have an Amish store that's carrying our product. And it's
really
amazing. Yeah, they're doing really good.
Wow.
We actually have I don't know if you've ever had Michiganja on, or if you've considered, I'll plug them real quick. Michiganja out of Grant, or White Cloud. They have our product in their dispensary. They tell us they can't keep our bath bombs in stock. So that's great news. We continue to supply them. They are opening some new stores too. But then we have quite a few other locations that are like smoke shops or tobacco stores, and they have our product in them.
Now, were you before all the various? I'm trying to think how to phrase this tactfully. Anyway, I'll just say the Delta 8 stuff. I know that was really hot for a while. It was sold in the same kinds of locations. Now, of course, in Michigan, after October 11th, it can only be sold in MRA licensed stores. A lot of other states have just said, they're not going to carry it. But then the DEA and the FDA came out about 2 weeks ago and said, I think you're misconstruing what we said, kind of thing. So have you just kind of given up on the whole Delta 8 thing, or what?
Yeah, we took it off the shelves. Looks like my family's all getting Delta 8 for Christmas because I have enough left. But yeah, we took it off the shelves. October 11th is when we had to have it off the shelves. It was a good seller, not necessarily where I wanted to go with what we're selling. I'm happy with what we sell with just CBD products and the CBG, CBN. But I was pleasantly surprised at how many people were looking to get a little buzz coming in.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I cover both sides of the 0.3, and I'm hearing more and more people love the CBDs, but if you could throw in a little THC, that would be a wonderful thing, So. Right.
Yeah, no, so I got no problem with it. And actually here in Fremont, they opted out of marijuana. So it kind of keeps us busy, I guess, in a way, because otherwise people have to drive 45 minutes or maybe 35 minutes to get to the closest dispensary in the area.
Was that Muskegon or something?
There's plenty of Muskegon.
Oh yeah, you can't hardly shake. They're everywhere in Muskegon. So
there's a dispensary block in Muskegon where there's like 6 in a row. But there's White Cloud and then Grant area and Newaygo actually. So
you don't carry any smokable product.
We do have flower and pre-rolls in hemp. Okay. Yep. As long as it's all below 0.3% THC, we have it. So we have the flower and pre-rolls. We also have dabs and stuff like that too.
So if it goes to 1%, is that going to make a difference either way for your business? Would that make it more attractive, less attractive, no impact whatsoever? What happens?
I think it'll help. I think it'll definitely bring more people in. I don't know if they're going to get a buzz off 1% though.
Yeah. Rand Paul said you got to smoke a telephone pole of hemp in order to get high off it. So, I mean, it's not really, that's the education thing is, in my world, of course, that's what they're looking for, 25 milligrams of THC or more. But that's, certainly not what you guys are doing.
Right. Yeah. We're trying to cater to those that don't want the buzz. Even though, I mean, our flower and stuff, I have people say they get a little buzz from it, but I think that's up to each person.
Well, and part of it is too, describe a buzz, right, to people or whatever it is. Right. But they get a feeling of some kind, right? And a lot of times it's the relaxation feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that makes
I like to push back when they say CBD isn't psychoactive, because it wouldn't have a calming effect if it were not psychoactive. So even that calming effect, that you get with the CBD is impactful.
Yeah, and I actually tell our customers, I used to say it's non-psychoactive, but I don't say that anymore because it can actually affect your brain in calming you down. So
in good ways.
It's not going to give you the buzz, but it's going to give you a calming effect.
Clarity, focus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Focus, exactly. So.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Are you doing any education? What do you do as far as outreach or education?
We actually have courses right here in the store. We had one 2 weeks ago with a massage therapist and a breathe therapist. She also does yoga. So we try to incorporate different industries that come into our store, and we'll educate people along with us educating people. Again, like I said earlier, I do a lot of seminars too, and we try to keep up with educating people like that. I do a lot of, our website has blogs on it. I didn't mention our website is cbdstoremi.com. But we have a lot of different blogs and information on our website that help educate people. And I'll tell every customer that comes in, if you want to learn more, here's a brochure, but you can also check out our website for a lot of information. We have almost a blog. Every 2 weeks, we put a new blog out. So,
can you bring that up, Dave? Can you do a search for that and bring that up?
Mm-hmm.
I know another publication you could work with that would give you exposure to a lot more people too, but we can talk about that after the show. So
okay. I think I know which publication.
You think you might know which one it is? I can't say, of course, but.
And I'll put Mike, you said you're not going to do your show next week. I just want to put a little note out there that the iHemp Hour will not be, we will not do a show next Thursday.
That's it. Turkey Day. We got to, get with the family and all that stuff.
And Mike, one of my favorite things with the turkey is the day after, like you say, right? Man, a turkey sandwich.
Oh, yeah. Turkey hash, you name it. My mom, there was nothing left. Then she'd boil the bones down and we'd have, turkey broth. She didn't let anything go to waste. So,
Yeah. So that's one of our blogs. We just got this one put up this week. And there's probably, 30, 40 blogs from pets to, I'd say like dental or that kind of stuff. There's in sleep blogs, there's, you name it. If there's something you need to know about CBD, how to start with CBD for the amateur kind of person, a lot of different information here.
Yeah, it's good. Excellent. Good work. It's going to take a lot of education to...
So when you first opened the store, we talked a little bit about it, but did you have any pushback from the city council or wherever you had to get your permits from?
Not so much the city council. I have, I don't want to mention their name, but they're a major financial institution throughout the country. The local guy here is all for us, but his corporate, because we rent from the same landlord and they have a say in who can come next door to them, and they didn't want anybody selling marijuana next to them. They were afraid there was going to be potheads standing outside their door. So it was a back and forth for probably 3 months of me trying to convince them we're not selling marijuana. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Legal, so.
It was a challenge trying to get them to understand because they were not educated. And I had to send them all kinds of information and show them what we're doing with the store and what CBD is, because they thought CBD was marijuana.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was our biggest battle getting in here, trying to convince our neighbor that we are not a marijuana store. there is a vacant spot right across the street from us. So if anybody's interested in opening a marijuana store, get it now. And then when the next election comes up, hopefully we'll vote on making this a good place to come for your cannabis.
You talked a little bit about financial stuff. So how about banking and transactions and all of that stuff you've done?
We did everything wrong that you can do. Started out with a PayPal account, and all of a sudden, hey, PayPal shut us down. This is before anybody was warning others, don't open a PayPal account with the CBD industry, or don't do that. So we actually got Square too, before Square had their CBD program. And that actually got shut down too. So we've had our ups and downs. We've found that our banks, we went to hundreds of banks and nobody would take us on. Then we found...
I can tell you 4 that will, but go ahead. So,
we found Union Bank in Ada.
Yeah.
That wanted to work with us, and they were amazing. They did a great job. They've helped us out a lot. They've done everything they can to support us. They actually come out and inspect everything. So they've been out here. They had the bank president as well as some local, I'm not even quite sure who he was, but they each spent about $200 that day that they came in and inspected. So I was just like, come on back next week and inspect. So
anytime, come on.
So they loved the store. They were happy with everything. So that worked out. We had to send them, when we first signed up with them, they wanted us to fax them our COAs. And I thought, well, we have over 200 different products. Sending COAs for every single product is going to be a challenge by fax. So I drove down to Ada and handed it to them. They were like, oh, I'm glad you didn't fax that. It would have been a whole day worth of faxes going through. So, but that was, getting a bank was a challenge, but I'm glad we found those guys. They did a great job. They helped us get the loans with all the COVID stuff going on. So we were able to get that. And then they helped us get it, what do you call it? Where it was nullified. So we don't owe a thing on it now.
Nice.
So,
forgiven. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Our
you got the PPP loan and got that forgiven, right?
Yeah.
They did the same thing. Yeah. So
they did an amazing job helping us get through all that.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's actually 4 banks that we're aware of. One of them you just named is Union. The other one, of course, Blaine can give you a testimonial on, is Lake Trust. We had them on my show yesterday, 420 Post. And then Dart Bank and Bank Michigan are the 4. I'm sure there's more, but those are the 4 that I know work with both hemp and cannabis folks.
Yeah, I think they're slowly coming around to understanding there's some money in this industry.
Some.
Right.
Oh, God. I don't have to tell you what the fees are, right? So.
Right. Exactly. Everything is all high risk. So, yeah, I don't know why CBD is lumped in the high risk category, but it is. So we pay the fees.
So the bank has higher fees. It's it's not like
this isn't like going to your credit union and having a $5 account. And they all won't disclose their fees unless you sign an NDA, but everybody knows what they are. They're pretty big, So
$100, $200 a month.
Oh, at least, yeah.
People wonder why CBD or marijuana costs so much. I mean, we have fees up to Yahoo. It's just crazy.
And what about marketing, Rod? What kind of, are you doing some guerrilla marketing, anything creative you're doing to get the word out?
Local newspaper out here is one, and we put a $5 coupon in there, and that seems to bring in enough to where it pays for the ad. Kind of gives me an idea where it's coming from. We have some news, some magazines that we do. Golf magazine, which does really good for us, which is a Michigan, Ohio, Indiana golf magazine. So that gets out there. We get a pretty decent amount of people from that, as well as a horse magazine. So with our horse pellets and horse tinctures, that kind of gets us out there for that realm. A cat and dog magazine, different things like that. So we have the print going. But then I try to do as much as I can without paid advertising on your social media, Facebook and LinkedIn and anywhere if I can post a blog, that helps. I think the algorithm is kind of wonky because anything that says CBD, it'll withhold a lot of it from most people, but sometimes I get stuff out there and it'll get seen by 10,000 people. Other times it'll be seen by 20 or 30 people. So
yeah,
really catch can. Yeah. So
yeah.
Well, you're doing good work. We appreciate you. We need 100 more
absolutely.
rods out there, setting up stores.
Yeah, so I really love working with other stores and going in and talking to them and finding out what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, how we can help them. In fact, this week was a West Michigan Cannabis Guild meeting, and I got to meet with a few other people that do the same thing I'm doing, and I try to support them as much as I can because we're all doing the same thing. We got to support each other.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see these others doing well too.
Any thoughts about opening other retail outlets?
It's in the back of my mind, yes. It's been in the front of my mind several times, but the wife kind of pulls the reins back and says, slow down. So,
that's good, maybe.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
It's good to have a checklist. That's right.
So she keeps me in check. That's for sure.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, Blaine, do we have a recipe for this week?
We do. We certainly do. I want to say they've got a beautiful store in here. If you're ever coming through the Fremont area, you need to stop in and see this. Great selection of products that are here, certainly. And I think you'll find the stop well worth your time to stop in here. So for sure. Yeah. A couple of things I want to mention, though, before we get into the recipe. That the iHemp, the Midwest iHemp Expo is coming up. That's in January 21st and 22nd. On the 20th, we're having the class from Food Chain ID and U.S. Hemp Authority on getting that seal situation. So again, we're getting a lot of inquiries on that. So I highly recommend that if you can attend that training session, I think you'll get a lot of good knowledge out of that, know how to move forward. Cost is $400, but it's $300 if you're an iHemp member. So again, membership has its benefits there. They'll help you save a little cost on some of those events that we have going on. Also, I'm sure we'll probably have some entries from the Blue Lake also, but the Hippie Awards is going on. That's going to be a fun little show that we're going to have on Friday night. It's going to be a dinner and we have a DJ coming. And we'll have some great prizes to auction off. Also, we'll have some fun with the judges judging all the competition that we're going to come in. We also have a couple new categories this year that we've added. One is the King or the Big Cola contest. So you can bring that in, kind of like the county fair if you want. You can bring it in the Friday of. We can judge it there, or you can send it ahead of time. We're going to do that one on kind of a matrix of the length of it and the weight of it, and also kind of the crystal structures. We won't be judging the taste of it, because we aren't able to really do that there. But we thought it'd be fun for people to bring in some of their own pride and joy that they've had there and to be able to show that off. So that's coming up as well in January. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I saw that James D. Decker is lined up for the trials and the data. Man, that's going to be so mission critical for next season to get that information. So a lot of good information. The speaker lineup, we're getting that wrapped up. We'll have that posted as well as the agenda on MidwestIHempExpo.com.
Mm-hmm. And you never know, it's Thanksgiving next week, so we may have a little special that we might throw out there for everybody. But again, we won't be doing the show next week, so we have that coming up. So, Rod, one more time, how people can get a hold of you?
616-291-9558 or CBD Store of Michigan at gmail.com, or check out our website. Find us at www.cbdstoremi.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Remember that he's going to put up this is the double mint. I'll be buying one of these before I go today, just because.
And you'd be sure to give us a candid testimonial on that, would you? So and I'll get a bath bomb for Becky, and I'll let her give the testimony on that one. Is that fair? You'll be happy wife, happy life then, right? You know.
There we go. But he'll be offering 25% off the Blue Lake products. So that'll be up
free shipping
on the site soon for that. So
that's a good deal.
So anything else for the good of the cause, Mike? You're gonna do it next week. What about 2 weeks from now? You know we're gonna have on then or not yet?
We're sort of looking at doing something holiday related and kind of looking at who's doing what specials and stuff like that, kind of tie in with our holiday gift guide we got going on right now. Because we discovered we launched that in early November and a lot of people just weren't ready to start promoting Christmas, but boy, they will be after Thanksgiving. Yeah. So we're probably going that direction. So.
Yeah, Mike, do you want to mention a little more about that holiday gift guide, what that's all about?
Well, yes, and even Down on the Farm is in that gift guide, as well as iHemp Midwest Expo. And so, it's really inexpensive. It's only $75 a week and includes a newsletter that goes out on Monday to our database, about 2,500 folks. And then we promote the heck out of it on social media, reach about 40,000 at the various Facebook and hemp groups that we work with, and they allow me to post because it's news, right? And so you get a nice 24/7 branding, as it were. We can't guarantee you'll sell anything, but we can guarantee we'll have a lot of eyeballs that'll look at your brand. I guess that's all we can really promise, right? So
that's important. So without a doubt. So
yep.
All right. Well, Rod, anything else you want to throw
No, I appreciate you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Rod. Appreciate that.
I look forward to hearing the next recipe here.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys do your thing.
Okay, here it comes.
Yep, I got to get the hat on because I did remember to bring it. So
we've got quite a collection of recipes on the website here.
We do have great ones. I'll try to find some holiday ones as we move forward in the next couple weeks here. But this one is a hemp and honey carrot cake oat cups, gluten and dairy free. Is this one is? Again, you know how I am. I like to make things that are kind of quick and easy. So prep time for this is only about 12 minutes, and cook time is about 20, so about 32 minutes totally, and you'll have a yummy hemp and honey carrot cake oat cups on this. So what you need is a cup of gluten-free rolled oats. This particular recipe is these Bob's Red Mill gluten-free old-fashioned oats on this one. Quarter cup of hemp seeds, a quarter tablespoon of nutmeg, quarter tablespoon of ginger, a half tablespoon of cinnamon, 6 tablespoons creamy raw honey or cinnamon honey, half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, half a cup of raisins, and 1 cup grated carrots, half a cup of unsweetened almond milk, a quarter tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 egg whites, and 2 tablespoons of crushed walnuts. And then the rest of it's there on how to preheat the oven and do all that. But it sounds like a yummy taste for sure. And we always want to give credit where credit's due here. And this is a recipe by Nutrition in the Kitchen, and they have a website for that. So I want to thank everybody again for joining in and being part of the show today. And we're going to be off next week. We're going to take a little needed break.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Appreciate all the support we get. And
see you in December, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be December. So, all right, everybody have a good week.
Take care. Happy Thanksgiving.